This is Steve from Boxing UK in association with Supreme CBD. Delighted to be joined by Sky Head of Boxing and tomorrow night's commentator, Adam Smith. Here at the weigh-in.
Yep, absolutely.
£20 difference. What do you make of that?
I thought both fighters were bang on. I was really pleased that Oleksandr Usyk came in under 16 stone. I think it's the right weight for him, for what he's got to do tomorrow night. And I think Anthony Joshua, we always thought he'd come in light. You know, we've been seeing him in camp, and 17.2 is a perfect weight. So yeah, I was impressed with both of them. They've done exactly what they've sort of been all week, which is professional, elite, respectful. And it reminds me a bit of the sort of AJ Klitschko build-up. And I think, what do we get that night? A fight for the ages on an incredible stage at Wembley Stadium. Well, Tottenham is an amazing stadium, and it's going to be a fantastic night tomorrow. And a lot of people are saying it's a pick'em, and you can see ways that both fighters can come through. So that's what we want. It's a great heavyweight night, and tune in to Sky Sports Box Office.
Absolutely. We spoke to both Robert McCracken and Oleksandr Usyk yesterday. Both admit they've got a game plan. What do you think Joshua's game plan is, and what do you think Usyk's game plan would be?
It's a very interesting one, because is Anthony the sort of improving boxer? And that's what they've been saying behind the scenes, with Rob and Joby and Angel. Is he going to try and outbox the master southpaw boxer? That'll be interesting, rather than sort of utilise that sort of natural strength maybe from the off. So that could be a sort of, maybe he'll mix it up a bit. I'm not sure. He did a bit of that with Pulev. Different character with Usyk. The southpaw style is a tricky one. He's only had a round and a half as a professional against a southpaw here. Charles Martin wasn't a bad performance, but a short one. So look, he's had a lot of sparring, AJ, and I think he'll be looking to relax in there and take his time. But I'd like to see him establish his jab early, and maybe make Usyk realise that he's in with a very big, powerful heavyweight very quickly. As for Oleksandr, I think I don't think he'll care about the weight. I think he'll be pleased with it. I think he'll just come in and do what he does, which is, he's had nearly 350 amateur fights, and that could prove a difference. He's very experienced. He's fought away from home a lot in the World Super Series, the Lions Den. He's unbeaten. He's very dangerous, and I think he'll start tentatively. I think he'll look to, maybe try and make AJ use up some very sort of tense energy early, and mentally sort of pressure him a bit. Maybe he'll come into his own sort of 3, 4, 5, 6, trying to get into a rhythm. Usyk, second half of the fight, if it gets there, it's going to be absolutely fascinating. So yeah, look, they both have their game plans. They'll keep their cards close to the chest. But I spoke to Alex actually at length before the weigh-in. They are extraordinarily confident that Oleksandr Usyk is all wrong for Anthony Joshua, and they think that they win the world heavyweight title tomorrow. I have no doubts.
The general public...
Quite worrying for British fight fans, that, isn't it?
It is. We've been there before, Adam. From the next question now. The general public, and I hate to use the term casuals, are obviously disappointed that it's not Tyson Fury. Do you think a lot of them are underestimating or sleeping on just how good Oleksandr Usyk is?
Yeah, I think obviously in the trade we know how good Oleksandr Usyk is. He's come over and he's fought Bellew and Chisora, so hopefully he has made an impression on the casual audience. But yeah, it did worry me. I heard a few weeks ago at a match at Spurs actually that people sort of were sitting around saying, AJ's fighting here, and who'll he fight? He's not fighting Fury, so he's obviously someone who's rubbish. And I think that's the worry, that people don't really know how good Usyk is. This guy is elite, and if Anthony puts on a performance tomorrow night, if he outboxes him and knocks him out, I mean, that is an enormous statement, and you can't knock that. And also, he's been ready for Fury, whereas Usyk's been ready for Joshua for years. He's always known this time would probably come. So, I don't want to be negative here, but it is I want to, and I'm not selling Usyk. I just telling you and the viewers, and yourself, how good this guy is. And I think that maybe the casual fans don't quite know that. They'll turn up tomorrow, they'll watch on Box Office, and they'll think, oh, this is AJ, in a warm-up before Fury. It's no warm-up. This is serious business. It's for the world heavyweight title, and this mandatory challenger is top draw. So, if he puts on a performance against Usyk, you've got to stand back and say, this is AJ's time, second time of being a world heavyweight champion, and then you've got to take the winner of Fury Wilder 3, which you assume will be Fury. You can't write off Wilder with that power. So you don't know, but October the 10th, it could be a whole different story, couldn't it?
It could indeed, Adam. Can I just take you back to yesterday briefly? We went to the Spurs Stadium. Personal question, just your thoughts on what you saw. because it was fantastic, wasn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, I really, I'm a Liverpool fan, a mad Liverpool fan, so are my kids. But I took my daughter to a game 18, 19 months ago, and we had the fortune of sort of having a real tour of the stadium. We're up to the top of the south stand, everywhere. Saw the incredible hospitality, the brewery, everything they've got. This state-of-the-art stadium. Unbelievable design, Giles Mulder behind it, Alex Thorpe, Daniel Levy's, dream and of regenerating the whole Tottenham area, I think. And this stadium is just, it's one of the greatest stadiums I've ever seen anywhere around the world. And I just think it's going to be phenomenal for boxing. I had a chat with Daniel Levy. I said, look, he said, can we get a big fight here? I went back to Frank Smith and Eddie, and I went to Freddie Cunningham, and I said, guys, you've got to go and look at Tottenham. I want to fight at Anfield, and we've been talking about that for a while. I'd love to see a big fight at Anfield, because I think the Liverpool fans would love that. But if you're talking about state-of-the-art stadiums, I just think it's going to be electric in there on Saturday night, and I can't wait to sort of feel it and see the 67,000 fans back. It's wonderful. It's a great time for boxing that we can have fans back after COVID, that we can all be back around ringside, feeding off that energy, and it's terrific. Yeah, so I agree with you. I think it's going to be something special, and I was actually possibly the last person to leave Tottenham yesterday, apart from the.
We noticed,
yeah, and I might sleep there tonight. So I'm so excited about it. It's going to be a special night, and I think we'll be looking back at it. We've had some wonderful nights at Wembley, at Cardiff, out in Saudi and New York. Loads of different nights with Anthony Joshua, but I really believe that people are going to be coming back tomorrow night after that, thinking, wow, that was extraordinary. So let's hope so.
Last one.
Yeah.
You're a major part of it, being the commentator, Adam. Have you got anything up your sleeve, such as a lift-off for AJ? Because that's iconic. Do you have anything in mind, or does it just come all natural?
You've got to take every sort of twist and turn as they come in boxing. So there's no point sort of scripting a sort of finish to say Oleksandr Usyk becomes the world heavyweight champion, or Anthony Joshua, lift-off game, when I just felt the energy in the air at Wembley, and it just felt like that was. I think also the way the fight had sort of happened, and all the sort of the roller coaster emotions. He was a couple of punches away from losing and whatever, and suddenly he comes through. It felt to me that was the line at the time. Sometimes you get a line, sometimes you don't. It just depends. And no, nothing planned. Matt and I would just go with it, and look, the best man will win, and we'll tell the story hopefully accordingly. But everyone at home will have their opinion. The judges have their opinion. We're just there to try and sort of highlight the fight, and make it a great watch for the viewers. And it's down to the boxers and what they do in the ring. So it's just exciting being part of it. And me, I'm passionate about the sport. I'm passionate about what I do. So hopefully we'll be putting absolutely every last ounce of our energy and strength into doing that tomorrow.
Lovely. Hopefully we won't have too much to do, Adam. The boxing will speak for itself.
Exactly.
We can't wait. We'll see you tomorrow night. Thank you very much for your time.
Look forward to it.
Thank you, Adam.